In today's Sharp Saturday video, we're going to take a look at a really cool little knife from the folks at Tops Knives, the Tanimboca Puukko. I think I said that right. That's what's coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for trustworthy information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. And the folks at Tops Knives were kind enough to send me one of their really cool little Tanimboca Puukko knives. And this is a little smaller than you may be expecting from the folks at Tops, because they're pretty, at least what you've seen on this channel so far has been mostly some big knives. But Tops, one thing I really like about Tops knives, of course, is they are made in the USA. A little bit of backstory behind this before we get started. So Puukko knives are traditional Scandinavian knives. They're calling this one traditional Scandinavian Puukko meets the Colombian jungle, because this is based on a design and a collaboration with, let me get his name right, with a Goran Mihajlovic, I think that's his name, who was born in Eastern Europe and then grew up in Germany, and he moved to Colombia, and he's been in Colombia for 20 years, and he has a game reserve there. And this was kind of one of his designs that Tops kind of got with him, and they gave their version of it. So it's really pretty cool. It's a very, very comfortable feeling little knife, very kind of again, high-tech version of a traditional knife, but it also comes with this really cool leather sheath, which is also kind of a departure for Tops as well, at least on what we've seen so far. So we're going to take a closer look at this, but first, as always, let me just give a big shout out and thanks to the folks at Big Daddy Unlimited for making these Sharp Saturday videos possible. If you're not familiar with Big Daddy Unlimited, they are a membership site that allows you to buy things to go bang and things with blades and all kinds of cool gear at very, very low prices. And you can get your first month's membership for just 99 cents by going to survivalonpurpose.com/BDU. Check it out and see if it makes sense for you. If it does and you stick around, they'll throw me a couple of bucks, so it's a great way for you to save money and support the channel, and I really appreciate it. Now, let's get down to the old stump top. We'll take a look at the specs of this thing, and then we'll get to doing some of that knife stuff. Okay, so here is the Tops Tanimboca Puukko. Hope I'm saying that right. And let's talk about the specs of this thing real quick. The overall length of this knife is 7 3/4 inches, 7.75 inches. The blade is 3.63 inches with a cutting edge of 3.5 inches, because it's got this little sharpening tool here, which is pretty cool. The thickness of this knife blade is 0.13 inches, and it weighs just 5.1 ounces for just the knife. And with this really nice leather sheath, it weighs 7.6 ounces. And it comes with this is just a really nice simple belt sheath, and features brown micarta handles with screws in here, a couple of little sleeved lashing holes here, and a bow drill divot on both sides. It's got nice little brick red colored liners. It is full tang, as you can see. A sharp spine. This is 1095 steel. Kind of a high Scandi grind, Tops kind of modified Scandi grind here. Very, very, very nice pointy end on it. And I like that little sharpening choil right there, because it means you can get a fully usable edge all the way. So you don't have to worry about getting the, whatever this is called. There's some kind of knife term for it. I don't know what it is. That little part right there, that getting in your way of sharpening. And then the handle is slightly tapered, nice and rounded, but it's flat on the sides. And it feels really, really good in your hand, and it indexes very, very well. So, and very, very nice sheath. So, and of course, made in the USA, like everything from Tops. So, you want to get to doing some knife stuff now? Tops Tanimboca Puukko. So, I've got some wood here. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of lightweight wood. And I thought we'd do is just do a little carving with this. And it's not a chopper, so really not designed to chop. I'm not going to try to chop with it, but it is definitely a very fine use knife. Got a nice sharp point on it, so I thought we'd just do some stuff with it. Try to do my standard. Man, this thing is stinking sharp. Oh, but first, almost forgot. We got to do the old redneck sharp test, right? Let's just see. I'm pretty confident this sucker is sharp as a razor blade. Oh my gosh, yes, it is super, super, super sharp. Okay, passes the redneck sharp test. So even though it is not a chopper or a big gigantic knife. You know what? If you had to get through something like this, you want to carve yourself some feathers. Let's just see if we can. This is reasonably soft wood here, so I'm going to try to just show you that, you know, this is not, I don't think this is abuse to a knife. It's a full tang knife. I'm not going to hurt it, but you could definitely get through something if you needed to. I think if you judiciously use your knife in maybe ways that some people might think is not intended for. But, and I like that you just make slightly bigger cuts every time, so you're not going to bind it, and just chop it down a little deeper every time. Just the same way you would use an axe, but you're just, can you see that? Every time you're just going down a little bit deeper. And just be patient, and before you know it, you'll be through the wood. Got a little greedy there, but now you can see if we can break that. And then we can just cut it like so, right? So this is admittedly soft wood. So we're gonna still split down through it, see if we can make us some feathers. It's been drying for a couple of weeks now. So nice and gentle, not beating the crap out of it, not abusing it, not banging it through, you know, a 12-inch log, just trying to get it down where we can have a little something to work with. Okay. I'll try one more. Okay. Now, let's carve some of those beautiful feathers. I think this is going to carve some great feathers. Not just the knife, but the wood itself is, oh man, it's some really soft wood. This knife is so stinking sharp. I mean, this is this bigger piece over here. This wood is so soft and this knife is so sharp. It's almost, I'm not used to working with wood this soft. How about if we do this? Look at this. That's how soft this wood is. So that's how soft this wood is. And I'm not, again, not used to working with wood that soft. So maybe I'll try, I'm gonna try some oak, although I don't like carving feathers with oaks, but just to show you the difference, this is hardwood here. So we'll go ahead and split that out too. How about that? Just for kicks. Just to show you that it ain't no sissy knife. It'll handle some oak too. Let me see if I can cut that off there. Get some dry wood up in there. All right, so now let's see what it'll do with some oak. Man, oak's hard. All right, one more thing we'll do, and then you know where we're going with this, don't you, right? Got my fat wood here, because, you know, I love me some fat wood. And let's just see how well this scrapes from the fat wood. Oh my gosh, man, would you just look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a thing of beauty right there. I'm just gonna go and tell you. Now, move that over the way. First I'm gonna try this, just this wood. And I've got my handy dandy little Exotac Fire Rod XL. We're just gonna start with this soft wood. I think this is Rose of Sharon, maybe it's from a bush I cut down. And we got some fire going there. Okay, so still a little bit green actually, but there we go. And just for kicks, of course, well, you know what, let's go ahead and get you going too. Get the oak going. The oak will get going, and it went out. Oh, no, it didn't go out. Here we go. All right, so the oak's going now. It's all good. Now, but what about this? I know you want to see the fat wood go, don't you? Watch this. Just watch this. Just watch it. Would you watch it? Man, I'm disappointed. There we go. Took 4 tries to get the fat wood. What is up with that? So, there's that. Okay, well, that was some basic knife stuff with this Tops Tanimboca Puukko, and I'm pretty impressed with this little knife. It is a very, very handy, useful little blade. I like it a lot. It feels great in my hand. It's the perfect size for my hand. I wear medium gloves, and if you had a little bit bigger hand, it would probably fit okay back in here. But it's just, if you've got just all around fine stuff to do, this is a really, really handy little knife. Extremely sharp, extremely functional. Did a great job. I like the sheath. So I like the sharp spine too. So all that is great, but you know, here at Survival on Purpose, we are all about the science, and to that end, we maintain a state-of-the-art, cutting-edge knife testing facility here at our worldwide headquarters. And one of the things we like to do is put every knife through the balance, orientation, and rotation device station to make sure this thing is aerodynamically balanced. So I would be remiss if I did that. I'll also be remiss if I didn't tell you that pretty sure that Tops warranty says not to throw knives, so you should never ever throw your knife. But we're going to balance test this one for sure, though. I think I'll try a little no spin. Ooh. Should I try again? Not bad. I've been working on my no spin, trying to get a little better at that. I need to work a little harder, don't I? Let's try one more from back here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Ooh. So that one bounced back through my legs, behind me. So, another reason you should never ever throw knives. Back up just a hair. Okay, we can give this one more time. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, we're gonna call this unbalanced, and that was the scientific portion of our testing video for the Tops Tanimboca Puukko. And I gotta say, Puukko or Puukko? Puukko. I gotta say, I think this is a really nice little handy knife. If you're looking for a good all-around, you know, fine task knife, maybe you like carrying a great big old knife like I do, but you need something for a little more fine work, this could be a good one. As always, made in the USA. Thanks again to the folks at Tops for sending me this so I can show it to you. Thanks again to the folks at Big Daddy Unlimited for being such a great place to get great prices and to help support the channel. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. I put out a brand new video every Friday and Saturday. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single one, just in case cancel culture catches up with me, I invite you to go to survivalonpurpose.com/subscribe. Get signed up for my weekly email newsletter. Every week I'll send you an email with links to that week's videos, maybe some old videos, any news offers or deals I think you might be interested in, and and that will allow us to stay in touch. If I have to move my content somewhere else, I'll be able to tell you where it is. So I really appreciate your support. Once again, my name's Brian. You're watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival is not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.